Mm-hmm. 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 Come on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Two Awesome Men.
And this is our review over Wolf of Wall Street.
This film is directed by Martin Scorsese and it has a whole bunch of big A-listers.
It has Leonardo DiCaprio, obviously, Jonah Hill, Margot Robbie, which is actually was one of the movies that made Margot Robbie sort of have her name out there. And then Matthew McConaughey. It had a whole lot of actors.
And yeah, and they actually did it all really well in this movie, and it's very amazingly directed. It's actually very quickly paced, so it's something you have to pay attention to.
Which is surprising, considering it's a 3-hour-long movie. It's really fast-paced. There's not really any... I mean, there were some dull moments, but there wasn't that many. It was pretty upbeat.
One great thing about this movie is that it kept your attention quite a bit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and the movie was hilarious. This movie is just amazingly hilarious, very well written, great dialogue.
This was my first time watching it. We just watched it last night, and I'm honestly, after watching this, and throughout the entire 3 hours of watching it, I'm honestly surprised that Leonardo DiCaprio didn't win the Best Actor for this movie. I'm gonna have to watch Dallas Buyers Club to see if Matthew McConaughey really rightfully deserved to win the Oscar over Leonardo DiCaprio in this movie.
Yeah, because even though The Revenant was really good and Leonardo DiCaprio did good in that movie, it's hard to actually say that he did Oscar worthy in that movie because he really didn't have a lot of lines, in all honesty. And it seemed like the only thing that he would have won that for was what he went through. Kind of like how Matthew McConaughey lost a lot of weight for Dallas Buyers Club. I haven't seen Dallas Buyers Club, so I'm not going to judge it off that. But really, Leonardo DiCaprio, I feel like he should have won for this movie way over The Revenant.
Obviously, I don't know Leonardo DiCaprio personally, but I honestly feel like his character in this movie is completely different, especially in a lot of movies that he's played in. Yeah, it's like completely different than what he usually is.
Yeah, and especially since I actually read somewhere that Leonardo DiCaprio has never done any type of drug in his life, and so he actually had to learn how to act high. And so a lot of this movie was nowhere near who he was.
This movie is it's loosely based on a real guy named Jordan Belfort, which is the same name as the character that Leo plays. He's actually come out and said that this movie is actually pretty accurate to, and I think he's wrote a book.
Yeah, he's wrote a book, and I know there's a lot of controversy over that because some people actually believe that the book they think that he was actually telling the truth in the book. And, you know, who knows, a lot of people actually think that this movie is kind of weirdly unrealistic, but, you know, that's not the point. What I'm talking about is this movie is actually very good in general. Yeah,
and I was actually reading that the real Jordan Belfort actually hung out with Leonardo DiCaprio a couple times. He's actually the one who showed him how to be on drugs.
Like I said earlier, that the acting in this movie is just fantastic. It is spot on, and in fact, it's one of the 5 awards I believe that this movie was nominated for.
Yeah, 5 Academy Awards.
And I don't think it won any, but it was nominated for 5. And so I think it was like directing from Martin Scorsese, it was screenplay, best movie, and I think it was 2 of the actors.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Jonah Hill were both nominated for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor.
And so everything about this movie I really did love. I did have some flaws with it though, so I'm going to bring those up. And one of my biggest flaws with this movie is the ending. Now I'm not going to necessarily say it had a bad ending because, you know, it wasn't a bad ending, but I didn't like the way the ending was filmed. I felt like the ending should have been more of an abrupt ending, but instead it has more of a zoom out ending. And so I'll say that it was kind of an awkward feeling to me. Also, another problem I had with this movie is even though I felt like every scene should have been in there, I felt like some of the scenes were a bit too long. You know, but it wasn't nothing big. It was just I just felt like they were a bit too long.
I don't really have that many flaws in this movie. The only flaw I can think of is that it was just a bit too long. I mean, 3 hours is definitely over the normal Hollywood movie. But I feel like they really kept the pace up. It didn't really drag at any point.
So guys, obviously we both really enjoyed this movie. It was fantastic. I know I brought up some flaws, but they don't really cover up how good the movie was in general. So I'm going to go ahead and give this movie an A.
overall, this movie was just. I honestly don't know why it took me so long to watch it, but I'm glad I finally did. It was a bit long. I'm going to give this movie an A+.
Yay!
So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. We truly appreciate it.
We have social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. They're all at 2 Awesome Men, the number 2. So make sure you type the number.
And don't forget to comment and subscribe. Let us know what you thought about this movie. Let us know what you thought about this review. Also, let us know if you can think of any movies for us to review later on. Whether they're in theaters or not.
Yeah, whether they're bad or good, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we just love watching movies. So thank you so much again, and you will see us later.